time now for Random Rush. You know the drill. I listen to Rush Limbaugh for 60 seconds at a random time, and then I respond in 90. It is now 1:29 p.m. on the East Coast. Let's see if he's on.
Amnesty. I voted for Ronald Reagan the first time. And
now this is an interesting point. Clearly, the Tea Party just didn't arise overnight. It was slowly building, and I think you're right. I think the Tea Party's roots actually can be traced to the Republican Party's open abandonment of conservatism. But my only point about Obamacare and Obama and the debt and the spending is what brought them out of their homes and to start attending town hall meetings and getting organized as a political movement to the extent that they did. There's no question the sentiment that propelled them was in their hearts long before they started showing up anywhere.
I was able to watch my adult children greet George W. Bush at the airport with enthusiasm, and since then they've kind of turned me on to Ron Paul. The last time I wrote him in, and before.
All right, so we got a lot to unpack here. First off, you'll notice that Limbaugh starts off this call by cutting off the caller before the caller gets to telling Limbaugh's audience that Ronald Reagan provided millions of undocumented immigrants with amnesty. And then he goes on to push this meme, which I think is a bunch of BS. The Tea Party was not congealed around health care. The Tea Party was because they didn't want, was Frank Santelli, supposedly, we were told, right? They didn't want homeowners rescued. They didn't want the stimulus. That's what supposedly the Tea Party is. But then Limbaugh basically reveals it for the rest of us. The Tea Party didn't start overnight. No, the Tea Party is called the Republican base. They were called the moral majority at one point. They were called just the Republican base at another point. And then at one point, they took Ron Paul's movement of the Tea Party and applied it to this because they wanted to project some type of libertarian fantasy. And then in the end, Limbaugh has to deal with the fact that, no, Limbaugh is not the real conservative to some of these people. The lunatic Ron Paul is. It all circles back. We started with religious fundamentalism and white nationalism, and we just make our way there. It's just another guy who carries that banner. And, of course, I'm talking about the Pauls.